he was just like happy to have his spot. You know, he was like grateful to have his spot. He was like just listening to everyone, like being a good teammate, that kind of thing. And now he's like demon Huhi, like get shit done, and like he's not fucking around if you show weakness, and it's really good. Yum.
You want one?
Sure, I'll do it for the brand.
Thanks, man.
I'm never a big like sweets guy, but
yeah. Well, are you a sour then sweet guy?
Sour.
There we go.
It's not bad. It's good. It's really good, actually. I changed my mind.
See? See?
Yeah.
I love activations that are just, they line up. I'm not selling you crap. I'm selling you like what something I use, something I eat. This thing's empty, right? Because I sit here and eat them.
Unironically good.
Okay. Thanks, Trolli. All right. Almost Worlds. At least another month of work.
Yeah. That's nice. Another month without getting fired. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. You guys didn't rub the head enough
No.
yesterday or last week.
I guess I do. No.
Who's
Didn't get enough of the eagle. No.
Yeah. The bald eagle.
The bald eagle.
Hold on. Oh, I can't do it today, but normally my neck boys are like this. There we go. Get a little more grapple.
Dude, Nick needs to get on stage.
Yeah.
Like, because we were looking at Dignitas today, and I think it was Toby.
Yep.
Big guy with the tats. And I'm like, he's just
Team manager for Dignitas.
Yeah, I'm just like, he's just intimidating. And I was like, where's Nick? Nick's just walked off backstage. Like, he's not doing his job. He needs to get up there.
I think. Well, I mean, you got Aaron in there. Choo-choos.
Aaron's not bad, but like, there's like levels, you know?
Okay.
Like Nick,
Let's
Nick
go through
is
the
like,
levels, yeah.
Nick and Toby are like up here. Aaron, me, we're like, you know, on the next level underneath. And then it's just like, there's a few other people, but like, none I can think of at the top of my head.
Aaron looks like he'll out-endurance you.
No, Aaron's fit.
Yeah.
He works hard as well.
Yeah.
He deadlifts like, I don't know, pounds. It's like
How many
a lot
kilograms?
of plates. It's a lot of plates. Let's just say it's like 4 to 5 plates, I think.
That's a lot of plates.
Yeah.
That's a lot of plates for a deadlift.
No, and he doesn't look. He's like he doesn't look as big as he lifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Mighty Mouse.
Yeah. He's a grinder as well.
Sorry.
So respect Aaron.
Sorry, Choo-choos, I didn't mean to call you a rodent, but you know what I mean. All right. We have to get to here, we have to go back to last week. What happened? Because it looked like you guys showed up the way that Dignitas showed up today, which is not a lot against NRG.
Yeah, I mean, a lot happened. What's the short version?
I heard scrims weren't great.
Scrims are bad. Scrims are really bad.
I heard Complacency came on in. Do you think Complacency came on in?
Yeah, I think Trevor said that, right? Sticksy.
He did.
So.
Sorry, Trevor. I'm a snitch.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had like this mentality of everyone thought, so the whole year, our scrim quality, honestly speaking, has been like kind of mid.
Okay.
Like sometimes we go through like good weeks and then other times we have really bad weeks.
Okay.
But we always showed up on stage. And I felt like it led to this feeling of like, it's going to be, like no matter what happens in our scrims, even the quality's bad, we're going to be fine on stage.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't fine. So I think we had a little bit too much copium. And I think the wake-up call of losing was important, honestly.
Yeah.
So finishing second seed and kind of having that like that little bit of extra health bar was really important for us, I think. And in terms of like strategy, because here's my take on it.
Sure.
Well, first of all, I want to acknowledge our drafts against NRG were bad.
Okay.
Like we lost draft, I think, every game except game 1, which is totally like my fault and me and Aaron's fault.
Too many plates.
Yeah, too many plates. And I think what led to that was because our scrim quality was bad, we got bad reads. But it's our job to like be objective about it, and we didn't do that.
Yeah.
So drafts were bad, gameplay was bad, mindset was bad, and we lost to NRG. So that's the short end.
During the post-game lobby after all this, and they sat down with Mark and Raz, Sticksy said, "Oh, we're trying to clear comms by not over-communicating, and then when things go wrong, just a quick taking accountability. Oh, my bad."
Yeah.
Was it getting chippy? Or people were like raging at each other like their solo queue?
There the tension was definitely up. The thing is, honestly speaking, like our culture from the get-go has been like, the feedback is very honest.
Okay.
Like particularly from Jay, Huhi, and River, like they'll just tell you if you're like, can you swear on this? They'll tell you if you're making mistakes straight away.
And you're fucking up.
And it can be very direct.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And then with that kind of feedback, it's really good. And it's like a big reason, in my opinion, why particularly players like Trevor and Eric improved a lot. But it's kind of like a double-edged sword. When it's going bad and that feedback's still hitting, it can lead to kind of like more defensive or like a little bit more like insecurity, I feel, which I think showed up for us because we just did not play it confidently. So,
yeah. You guys looked like a different team.
Yeah. So again, I think kind of like double-edged swords, but I wouldn't change it because I think it's important.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of teams, particularly in NA, kind of like sweep everything under the rug until it's too late. And us having that direct feedback just kind of just avoids that situation for the most part. So,
Dang, nothing like glass cannon Huhi just being mean to everyone, then all of a sudden getting sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Jay. I'm kidding.
No, Jay, honestly, like I was shocked with Jay because we worked with him start of like the good Golden Guardians era with like Closer and FBI.
Just to clarify, after the bad Golden Guardians.
After the bad, yeah, I mean, Golden Guardians has had some like rough. Even when we dropped our roster and we had the build your roster thing. Yeah. That one was also rough, but you know, happens.
It happens.
Well, that was kind of the situation we were in at the time.
Yeah, you had to go to South LATAM, and you had to go to St. Louis, and who else? Okay, anyway.
I will say that roster, some of the best people I've worked with. Like,
100%.
Dude, like
they
Iconic.
are great guys.
Yeah, dude, Iconic.
Great guys.
He is so funny.
Great guys.
Yeah. Yeah, just not as good at the game as we needed to be.
Yeah.
Happens. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're basically doing like the Blitz Esports interview for Golden Guardians fans back in 2017 or 2018.
I have a habit of just going.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Again, I lived through that, and remember,
yeah, true.
I'm the losingest manager in Golden Guardians history.
You're the OG, Diego.
Yeah, people forget. Sometimes I forget too. But anytime someone says something about, the bad Golden Guardians, I'm like, oh yeah, that was me. That was also me. Sorry, okay. So what surprised you about Huhi working with him back then?
So it's hard to say, but he was changing role. Like he essentially just changed roles.
From mid to support, yeah.
I don't think he had he didn't have the confidence that he does now.
Sure.
But at the time he was just like happy to have his spot. You know, he was like grateful to have his spot. He was like just listening to everyone, like being a good teammate, that kind of thing. And now he's like demon Huhi, like get shit done, and like he's not fucking around if you show weakness, and it's really good. So I don't want to like I'm not like saying it's a bad thing. It's a really good thing what he does for this team.
Yeah.
It's amazing how different he is. Is the thing. Yeah.
He went over to 100 Thieves and learned some nade shot.
Yeah, I mean 100 Thieves era. And I think as well, like, because he got like really good at support, he's like more comfortable leading, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime I get to talk to traces of that team, so him, FBI, even someday when he was over at EG, it was always interesting to hear how they all talked about that time together.
Yeah.
And now seeing all of them find different levels of success was pretty cool. Let's move forward to this series. What do you think happened to Dignitas? Because they also felt like they didn't show up the way that at least we know that they can.
Yeah. From kind of like our perspective, Dignitas is like a very top-side centric team.
Sure.
And I think when we put Eric on Renekton the first two games, and he's kind of just like slowly winning lane, has full control, it felt like we eliminated like one of their big win conditions. Mid jungle, I think their mid jungle is solid, but I think we have like one of, if not the best mid jungle, and then I think our bot lane is just stronger. So for us, it was kind of just about like in draft, just like pushing down the potential weakness we have. Although I will say Eric has just been smurfing every match, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who the real strong member is top. I think it's Eric right now. So, yeah, I'm not sure. They played game 1. Both teams played a little scared. I feel like there was not much happening, and then if there was things happening, it was just stuff like kind of simple mistakes, like when we overstayed bot lane.
Yeah.
And got TP'd on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they played a little scared. I think we're a lot stronger as a team. I think it was just those two things.
Yeah. I've been right on a lot of my all-pro votes. I got Palafox there at 3rd. I had Pioshik there at
really well.
3rd. I got this top lane one super wrong.
Where'd you put Contracts, by the way?
I didn't have him on there. I had to put Pioshik in.
Yeah, dude. Contracts, I think Contracts is pretty insane, honestly.
Yeah.
And like you could kind of tell from regular season, but I think Contracts, he's like contesting best jungler right now in my opinion. So
he handed it over to Contracts.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, he said in scrims, like this was 3 weeks ago, so not giving away scrim partners, but 3 weeks ago, it was, I hand you now best all pro or something like that, best jungle.
Respect, Roof.
Which was really cool of River to do that or whatever, given the fact that Contracts didn't have any accolades there. But I think I put, for top lane, I think I went Summit, Rich, Revenge, and didn't give my due to Mr.
Eric?
Yeah,
Damn.
Mr. Richie. I did not.
Feels bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, he pummeled the shit out of Rich today.
Yeah, he did.
And Revenge is out too, who had a great year, but he's out.
Well.
And so he's.
I would say top lane strongest it's been in a while in NA. I feel like you got Impact. Obviously, like Fly didn't do well, but like Impact's still really good.
Yep.
Like Summit, Rich, Revenge, Eric.
Yep.
It's probably one of the more stacked roles, I think, in NA.
Damn. You didn't even say Fudge. You didn't even
Fudge,
say.
Yeah,
I know, no, but not. I'm just saying that's how strong
exactly,
it is.
yeah.
We didn't say hey, someday. We skipped so many and all that. We didn't say Worlds attending Dokla. Right,
Exactly.
like it is a very stacked role, and when I listen to the streams and the co-streamers are always like, man, what a luxury, because right now in Europe it's not that way.
Yeah.
It's definitely not that way.
Yeah. Who's the weakest role in NA? Probably bot lane, something bottom. I feel like it's a.
I think it's support.
It's definitely support. Yeah, it's definitely support.
Our bot laners have had like all varying levels. Like think Tactical had a pretty heck of a year as well, and they were 10th. So, and then you have MVP Prince at 9th, right?
It's definitely support. Like, I think it's actually not that close.
Yeah, it's a little top heavy.
Yeah,
top heavy, and then we'll see what's afterwards. Your guys talked about not wanting to play EU. That was more of not wanting to play in this Worlds Qualifier match. Why? Yeah. Obviously, you want to win, but do you think that actually matters?
I think people like, it's kind of like the you avoid the negative situation. People are like, I don't want to fly to like Korea to lose 1 best of 5 and go.
How long would you be boot camping in Korea before the?
Potentially, it'll be probably two weeks, I would say.
So 2 weeks grind.
And then you go home if you lose. I will say though, I think NA is stronger than Europe other than G2. That's my take.
That is a take.
Based on.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's really hard.
Based on what? Yeah, based on what? I mean, other than being here in North America, other than being one of the representatives.
I'll just say our experience. Okay, it might be. I don't want to leak information. Our experience at MSI leads me to believe that. Okay. I will say.
That's such a long time ago. Is that really leaking?
It's also only one team. But like G2 is really good.
I see. So you guys shit all over Mad Lions. Got it.
Essentially, yeah.
Sorry, Niski. I love you.
But G2's insane, so I don't know. I don't think any NA team will beat G2 right now.
Do you think, other than you guys, is there someone that can beat Cloud9 in the finals? Or do you think all 4 teams have an equal shot? How about this? Rate the percentage chance of each team winning finals.
Percentage chance. Okay, well, I mean, C9, obviously. Outside of C9, TL, I don't think NRG will win finals.
Okay.
I think NRG is like, they have the potential to like clinch a game. If NRG versus C9 is like 20%.
Despite the fact that they're the C9 kryptonite? C9 picked against them, and now evil geniuses aren't going to Worlds. It's because of the way the bracket shook up.
Like, I understand the narratives, But
Narrow's
from
great.
our point of view, it's really hard to see
Okay.
NRG beating C9.
Okay.
TL is like, in my opinion, like 35 to 40% chance of beating C9.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think TL is really strong.
All right.
That's my take. And then us.
Our claim against being better than EU is starting to seem.
True. Yeah. I mean, no, like. And then us against C9, I think like, let's go with like 40 to 45.
Yeah. Yes. I agree with all of these except maybe NRG not being able to do it. I think that you guys have the best shot of doing it for sure.
Yeah.
I wanted and I told Jensen this, I wanted the Jensen to Worlds train to keep going, but it would just be so sad to have this roster with these experiences this year and their career experiences that they've had to not go to Worlds and represent North America, knowing the firepower that you guys had. It would be I would have.
Yeah. I mean,
a surprising underachievement. That's what that
tell me about it. That would have been very sad.
Did you feel the pressure today?
Yeah, dude. It's stressful, man. Like
being on the competitive side is stressful, but
it's so stressful. Because the thing is, you put so much time and effort in, and it all comes down to like 3 hours. You know, like so it's like. It's like, and then like you literally put almost all your emotion into the game and the team, and like everyone plays stuff, like for every team as well.
Yeah.
And you just have to perform. Like, and ultimately it comes down to the players' like ability to perform under pressure, and your preparation. But yeah, it's kind of like because you can condense it down into 3 hours, and you're just anticipating that best of 5.
Yeah.
It's fucking stressful.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad that you got to expend some of that stress. You got, more time no matter what. You got a trip to Korea no matter what. You've got a series against TL to, get to bypass this playing thing and an opportunity to still go win the first ever championship for LCS, and still the opportunity to do the first Worlds for the Golden Guardians and Golden State Warriors to get their return on investment after 6 years of being in the league. 5 years of being in the league.
Took a little longer than expected, but here we are.
Is this your first international or Worlds international experience?
No.
As a player, it was back in.
As a player, I had a lot. I mean, because I started playing pro in like 2012.
Yeah.
And like I went to WCG and like before
before like the IWC.
Yeah. Before Riot, like my first event, we played against CJ Blaze, which was like Ambition, Flame, like all those guys. And then we went to wildcards multiple times, and we fell short of Worlds in the final like twice or 3 times. We were chokers, we were big chokers. But, that's in the past.
It's in the past.
When we reminisce on it now, we just laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes we look at the VODs and like Swiffer dying on Syndra under the Nexus Tower is so cringe. And I think if we won that one, I think we would have gone to Worlds. So.
And you would have won it all.
We would have probably lost. We definitely would have lost, but we would have gone to Worlds. So.
Okay, then how about this? When MSI 2021 happened, did you feel a sense of pride when Pentanet was sneaking wins in, even though it was like a shortened group or whatever? Pabu and the boys.
I was shocked. Okay, so here's the thing: when the OCE guys left, Pentanet, those players, and like.
Left, you mean left to come play in North America?
Yeah, left ever, because that was like the big OCE to NA year, I think.
And then the removal of like a slot from
exactly,
OCE.
Yeah.
They tried to kill it and OCE fought back.
So basically OCE was
like Bugger? Sorry, that's not it.
No, but essentially OCE was dead.
That was British.
No, I mean, no, it wasn't.
Right.
Bugger? I think that's Aussie.
Right.
I should probably know that.
Yeah.
But OCE was dead, and like Pentanet from like my point of view was like the bottom tier OCE players. Like no offense to like Pablo and that, but like his record speaks for what it was.
Pabu,
no offense.
Pabu, BioPanther.
BioPanther had a good history. Chaz,
Pradith,
Chaz, all bottom tier OCE when everyone was back there.
Sure.
So
I'm missing one. We're missing one.
Decoy, I think.
Sure.
Support.
Okay.
Also bottom tier.
Okay.
So when they were winning randomly, I'm like, this game is just like coin flip. Like you just show up, flip a coin, lands on heads or tails, and then you just leave. Yeah, that was my take.
But did you feel a sense of pride when they qualified out? Or pride? Or pride?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe jealousy, I don't know. Like, I'm looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, probably jealousy, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
I deserve to be a Worlds.
I'm going to say, jealous is how easy it was for them to get out. Admitting jealousy is really, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I think that's
I think I'm just having an epiphany. Like, I'm just trying to, like, play it back in my head. I think it didn't seem real, you know? Like, who were they beating at the time? They were beating some good teams. They beat NA, right? They beat C9, I think.
They beat C9 and ruined us, but I think at the play-ins was Unicorns of Love. Was that the team that they had to beat to get in?
Yeah.
And then they were getting stomped. They were all getting stomped by RNG, I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, what can you do? Like,
or maybe it was EDG. I don't remember.
I will say, like, when you go to international events and you versus the Chinese and Korea teams, it gives you some perspective.
What do you mean?
Like, these guys are so fucking good at the game, and like they are like every trait of a league player, they're just at the top level. Like discipline, skill, like decision making, understanding like what their teammates are gonna do. Like you just get humbled like straight away.
Do you feel like you at your game knowledge now are able to? Are you like, oh wow, this is great gameplay and I'm able to watch it, or like, oh wow, I'm learning from the players and now surmising from that, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, as like an observer, you can see everything they do well, and it's like I think a lot of observers like want to pinpoint it to one thing.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like they're just 10 to 20% better at everything. And so like you can't just say like, you know, their macro is better or like the individual skills better, or like that kind of thing. They're just better, slightly better at everything. And I think, I will say, I think the biggest difference is kind of in Korea with the culture. They're so systematic, you know, like everything they do as a team makes sense. And then it's kind of like, if you look at an NA team, there's like flashes of brilliance, and then just like, free, you get picked for free sometimes. Like you can see it in today's series for us. You rarely see that in Korea.
If you, like, this is a hypothetical, not that you would want to do this and you love your team, like we're not shading anyone. But if you had the opportunity to coach an RNG, an OMG, KT, good T1, do you feel like, oh, I have the capability to do this thing, or it's, wow, these guys are so good, this coaching staff is so good that I feel like the team would underperform under me? And I feel like it's really easy to take the self-deprecating answer, but like, what would you actually answer?
I mean, like, there's a lot to learn. I feel like when you're at that level, and like, because we watch a lot of like the documentaries of like the Korean teams, like the TSM Legend version of Korean teams, which are way better.
Very insightful, very insightful. Sorry, TSM. A
lot of the coaching is just kind of like guiding the players in the right direction. Like you need a certain level of knowledge, and their knowledge, all of their coaches' knowledge is really high. But a lot of it, you're not telling Chovy how to play Azir, you know? You're guiding them with like the right direction and like keeping them disciplined and like holding them accountable for the mistakes they make. So yeah, I think there's things to learn, but I think primarily you want to be a leader and you want to guide them in the right direction. So, and I think it's achievable. Obviously I don't speak Korean or Chinese, so it's not.
Right.
That's the practical answer.
All right, I've held you long enough. We've gone all over the place. Thanks for the interview, man. Congrats on making it to the at least the Worlds Qualifying event, but then at least to at least Korea.
Yeah, so, pleasure.
Appreciate you, man. Good luck with the rest of the split, and yeah, man, good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode of DIG on Esports. And you know, it hasn't always been easy getting my thrills since I'm a one-man band doing everything here. So to get my thrills, I get them from Trolli gummy worms. You know, they want nothing more than for you to bite into their delicious, sour heads and bodies into pieces. Personally, I like the raspberry blueberry flavor. It's really good. You should go ahead and get your own. Check it out and get the mind-warping, tongue-twisting sour thrills only at Trolli.com.
Sweet.
That was fun. We're going way out there.
Yeah. That was a little.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.